Yo. Yeah. How we doing today? Today, Junior. Yeah. Feeling had a long day. Got a long day in me today. We started the day off 5:30. Now get up, get going, out the door by 5:50, and then get to work, working early. Doing the whole thing. 9 o'clock. Wife calls me. Car died side of the road. I go, what? Uh, there was no notifications. It just died. The engine turned off. So it's not it's not the alternator, and it's not the battery. I almost said the modem. Uh, I don't know what it is. I mean, it's got to be something from the battery to the engine. Not sure. So we got that towed today to the thing, and so tomorrow we're gonna go up to the dealership. We're gonna see if it costs too much. If it does cost too much, we're gonna go buy a new car. And just so you guys know, I drive a Nissan Sentra, the tiny car. It's got good gas mileage, 40 miles to the gallon. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, all 5 people in one tiny car is not ideal. We usually just use the SUV for all family travel. And so when we had to pick up the kids, they were standing there like, that's not our car. Uh, so yeah, it's been a long, fun day. So we're probably we're looking at a couple different cars. We have a Nissan Pathfinder, and it's 2015, so it's kind of up there. You know what I mean? But there's a 2022 or 2022 or 2023 Pathfinder. It's got captain seating, so right now Charlie's having to climb over the seat to get to that third row. So if that's the case, he won't have to climb anymore. Um, what else? And then they're also the Honda Odyssey and I thought was it the Kia Carnival? We were looking at the Kia Carnival, but it was something else. Or maybe it's the Kia Carnival. I don't remember. But look at those cars. So we're gonna go car hunting tomorrow because I can't go to work leaving the kids at the house when they have school. So I have to go off tomorrow. Oh, long day. Normally, I'll be like, oh, I'm up to date with my lineups. I'm up to date with everybody. I don't got a clue what happened today. Not a clue. I have so many tabs open right now. You wouldn't even believe me. Best minivans, Ford Transit. That thing is hideous. Reasonably priced, but god damn it, it's so ugly in the front. I guess the older ones are even hideous, but like the newer ones, they're not terrible. But I just saw 2012 Ford Transit for $12,000. I mean, it's not bad mileage for that old car, but Jesus. EXLT 2015, 80K miles. Thing looks like a damn bus. Nathan, yo. What we doing today? Today, Junior. My big thing. I don't care what your big things are. No, I'll tell them next. So, oh yeah. So maybe Friday's content. I have a thing. I want to do that on Friday. We're gonna do that on Friday. That is what we're doing. Um, the Banana Best Ball 3. How much is Ethereum worth? So 27. ETH USD. So 1 Ethereum is 4,000. So if we times that by 25, that's 100,000. So the prize pool is like 4 more, so like 140,000, give or take, right? If it's a wait, nope, that's not correct. 25, it's like 112,000. I don't know how to get the 50. So we'll do on Friday. We'll do the banana draft. I'm not expecting anybody to be in it, but I'll announce it. And if anybody wants to join it and do it with me, I'll send out a link so you guys can also sign up. I don't know how to join it. I got a free ticket, so we'll say that. If they are watching and you see this and you want to send me like a code to let somebody else try it, or just let me know so they can try it out. I don't know. It's up to you. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this party started. We're going to do 2, of course, and then if somebody in the chat wants to run it back for a 3rd, they got to sign up for the Patreon. Yeah, I don't think there's any way else to on there. I have no idea. It's like if somebody from there wanted to do it. Tell them next. Is there a tip button on Patreon? I have no idea. Collections. That's no idea. I feel like you get fucked over if you're a member and nobody else is becoming a member. Tell them on next. All right, well, I can't spend all day doing that. Share screen, DraftKings, Milli Maker, share. My head itch. Oh, that's the spot. Enter $20. 6 of 12. Plenty of space, boys. Plenty of space. Tell them I'm next. I got too many tabs open. What was that? I don't want to get rid of the TikTok. Or not TikTok. Clearly that was a. Oh, why does it always do that? Yeah, boom. It always moves to the 2 open spaces with this thing on the center instead of having me just in the top left. Withdrew the money yesterday. Man, I feel like I'm always on the clock when I get on the draft. I feel like they're messing with me. Whoa, calm down, phone. Okay, at least I'm not on the clock on underdog. Though I've been looking at my teams, my hate drafting. Maybe I should hate draft more because the teams that I'm building over there, not terrible. You know what I mean? Like I'm taking Mike Evans and like I'm mixing them in with the players I like. For example, I got a Cam Ward team with Tyler Lockett, Alec Maynard. But I got Trey McBride, Warren as my tight ends, DK Metcalf, Zay Flowers. I don't have a lot of Addison and Debo. Pittman, I don't have a lot of. I like him, but it's not a lot of. I don't have a lot of Jaden Blue. It's just, hate drafted. Just take the guys I don't like. So if I'm doing poorly, we'll just go look at our underdog teams. That means they're probably doing well. think I have like a share of Calvin Ridley over there. Hedging my bets, guys. Hedging my bets. Tell him. Okay. One day, I'm not going to yawn while on stream. Hey, Merrick's 5329. One hole, right? Great. Two, NWN Buckeye at the 3. Haas has Hasina at the 4. Yarimo at the 5. Moi at your 6. B. Gibberman 7. Brits Rule 71 8. Arsenal 221 9. M. Costello at the 10. Popcorn 2 something at the 11. J. SoCal 2013 at the 12. Tell them next. Do a little boot that girl. Dun, dun, dun. Tell about a tweet today. What do you think, girl? Like, no, tell. Sorry, guys, I'm signing in over on Mozilla. Let me look around. I don't need a deal. Allow. Contest. So Devin A. Chain at the 11. I think sooner than later he's going to be in the top 12. I wonder if Gibbs, how many Gibbs Genty there are. I'm sure there's some. Like, I'm not saying there isn't, but I'm just curious to how many there are. Gibbs Chase, or not Gibbs Chase, Genty Chase. Noise. I mean, I'd probably grab Puka around there too. Nah, I have no idea. I have no idea where he is. All right, so let's get JT. I thought about Bucky. Oh, that's probably would have been the better play. I have quite a few. I think Gibbs, JT. I don't know how many Gibbs, Bucky Irving I have. Wrong button. Gosh damn it. Didn't I just click the X? Cancel. Whoop. Getting lineups. Please do not refresh screen. I don't know why I'm looking at this. We could be looking at the board. $0.07. Come in. You received your reward. Thank you. So it looks like I've drafted this combo 3 times out of 120 some odd drafts. And I had 100% Hampton on it. But that is no longer possible. AKA, I did these over a month ago before probably Nashi shot his eye out. So the build will look different regardless. Because 33% of them had Garrett Wilson. He is no longer living. I mean, if Vlad makes it to me in the 3rd round, should just get my mouth shut. Tell my mom that. So my lowest owned player on this part of the area, the next 10 picks, is a tie between Lamar Jackson and Mike Evans at 2%. All right, we're going to take Hampton. Keep that 100% rocking. What if this is the strat you needed? Heavy RB. Okay. If you think, girl, that no, I'll tell. After yesterday, man, there was so many running backs yesterday. In this room, they aren't going. Yo, first pick, I didn't realize it was the Saquon Barkley. I don't see that too often anymore. But he grabbed T. Higgins. That's interesting. You got the best running back, and you're leveraging that something is going to happen to Jamar Chase. Therefore, you think T. Higgins could be the one. Because if you're taking T. Higgins instead of Jamar Chase, when you can have Jamar Chase, you're saying T. Higgins ends up being the better wide receiver that year. That is quite a move. And then you're taking it with Devontae Adams, which then you're playing against the Puka guys, saying that, oh, well, neighbor's just going to outscore them. Team stacks. I want to grab Brees Hall, but I also kind of know that this is a different room. If we get DJ Moore, because everybody else is gone. DJ Moore is the pick here. If 1% DJ Moore, so he's not going to be combined with anybody. Anytime I've gotten DJ Moore, I've also gotten Jalen Waddle, which is interesting. I have 9% Brees Hall, wind grabbing, Marion Hampton. I have 13% Burrow and 13% Hurts with Gibbs. 13% Jameson Williams. He just got taken. What should you think on next? Also made take the Burrow drafter, made him take him in the fourth because if he didn't, he could easily take him. And I was like, he's probably going to grab Hurts. Does the Devontae Smith already gone? See, that's where I'm like, these people who that take Hurts, Smith at the 4 or 5 turn are smart. It's a good optimal play. Oh, George Pickens goes. I was hoping to get him. I don't have any Waddle. I have Zay Flowers with this pairing quite a bit. So we're going to go ahead and back off that and go with or Zay. We have a bunch of Zay Flowers with this pairing at 11% overall, 33% with Jimmy JT, 25% with Hampton Gibbs, and 20% Hampton Jonathan Taylor. So we're going to go Waddle. Give me a different usage and percentages there. Ugh. And with Jonnu leaving, that leaves a target share for him and Devin A. It could be an explosion year for them. I'm going to go get a drink real quick. It's got a quiet chat today, guys. Got a quiet chat. I need you guys to keep me awake. I'll do this for you. Ooh, that's good stuff. Again, I don't know why I have headphones on, but I like to rock them. It's a comfort wear. Ooh, La Porta. Kind of goes with everything. But if we want to bring back for week 17, Buka. Dude, I apparently love driving TJ Hawkinson with this pairing. With this pairing, I already have 16% TJ Hawkinson. I have 67% Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor. So 2 out of the 3 builds. And then out of the 4 teams with Jahmyr Gibbs and Marion Hampton, we have it twice. And then of the 5 times I have Jonathan Taylor and Marion Hampton, we've grabbed this twice. Give a fuck who you think, girl. Mm-hmm. Come on, next. $81. Fuck, do we risk it for the biscuit? Or do we just take it? Bake it. Tell them up next. We're announcing to the world one step for one best baller. One step for freedom? I don't know. I got nothing. One step, was it one small step for mankind? What is it? I don't remember what it says. Let's Google. Oh, you guys are just staring at me at this point. Y'all just gotta put something in the chat. Hey, scroll down, dumbass. All right, chill, bro. Chill. One step for mankind. Speech. That's one step for man and one giant leap for mankind. Little did he know that mankind was out there tearing it up on the wrestling floor. Oh, interesting. So 14% of my Pat Mahomes shares, I have a Baker Mayfield share. And 57% with Cooper Kupp. It's hard to gauge where Kupp goes because sometimes he goes super early, and I'm curious if that's like a target at me. They know that I'm going to take him early, or if it's they just like him too. What did you say, girl? Got the beans today, boys. I don't know whose beans these are, but they have become officially mine, I feel like. I'll tell them next. Dobbins. Pick 91. Ooh. I think people just like Kupp. I mean, I do. 33% Kupp. Spicy. Yeah, I'm at 58%. I do love me some Kupp, man. it just didn't make sense for me to take him there when Baker probably doesn't come back to me here. Now looking at it, most likely doesn't come back to me. So I'm pretty sure there's probably at least a Tampa Bay drafter somewhere on the side of the board. Yep, right there. Gotcha, guys are drafting fast tonight. What you think, sir? Like, ooh, are we gonna get a Caleb Williams, DJ Morstead? What you think? Part of a rave. I'm just kidding. I don't know how that works. Never been to a rave. I was too old at that point. I'm sure there's old people that go, well, I have no idea since I've never been to one, but I assume old people have been to them. I know there's lights, a lot of noises. I'm not a fan of loud noises. I like to be able to hear myself think. Also, am I going to be like, I won 58% cup. I want as much of them as I can get. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm right, like we're making bank. I think everybody's saying the Giants is going to be the underrated offense. The one like them and the Patriots, like they're going to be the ones that break out. Like everybody's saying it, right? So that in my head says ding 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 ding. Ain't no way it's going to be both of those teams. Like one of the, it's going to be somebody that nobody's really talking about. And the way I look at it, the guy was running a hell of a good offense at least the beginning of the year. And they got decimated by injuries and just bad vibes from Dennis Allen. From what I understand, there's a bunch of good vibes coming out of Seattle. At 50% Jacoby and a lot of Geno too. So that makes sense. That makes sense. I do have a surprisingly a good amount of Sam Darnold. I think it's got to be Sam Darnold if we're gonna make that bet. All right, we got to take Bo Nix on this big old fall. Oh, I don't give a hoot. Nothing like a bad boy Red Bull. Mm-hmm. I don't give it. At 40% Darnold, him, Geno are free in every draft. They really are. I do like my quarterbacks in this section, though, which limits my later quarterbacks. I feel like that's why I only have 20%. Bryce, if he was just a little bit higher, like in this range, I'd probably have more, which sounds dumb. Like, if they was more expensive, I'd have more of them. Like, I understand. That doesn't make any sense, but mentally it does. Like, because then I don't see them in this area, and I don't forget about them, but I don't draft them. So I like to have my quarterbacks done by round 12. I like to have it finished. I've done a couple eliminator slows. Well, I'm not done a couple. I'm in a couple of eliminator slows. One of them, I'm pretty sure it's just dead on arrival. But the other ones, I ain't mad at it. Just doing one of those a day. I'm doing one draft a day over there. That way I'll have a solid. I'm going to have about 500 drafts completed this year. Probably a little bit more. Probably like closer to 600, which I know doesn't sound like a lot comparison to some other streamers, but it's quite a bit for someone that didn't start really drafting till like July, June-ish, July. I feel like I did a pretty good job putting in the work, putting in the teams. Oh, somebody grabbed him. Caleb, but when at 113. 5%. Higgins, let's get that up. Funny enough, Indy's paired with a lot of these guys. I don't give a who. If we could take Stroud here, then Mims. If we don't get Stroud, then we can look for who are we looking for? We're looking for somebody. I don't know who we were looking for. Ain't no big deal. 34% Herbert. We'll give it a rest on this one. Unless he makes it somehow back to me. And I have to really debate. Okay, good. Someone took the debate off my hands. What was it like over here? I just took Cup at 98 on drafters. ADP feels easier on drafters, but I hate the total points format. I prefer the pods. I do too. That's so wild because he does technically better on total point sites because he's going to be consistent. And as long as he doesn't get hurt, like he should put up solid points based on how that offense looked. And what was I trying to say? Damn, so we went Stroud. I was going to say something, but I forgot because he took Stroud in front of me. My feelings are hurt. We'll grab 2 tags. I don't care what you do. Thank you. I let an auto draft happen today, and it ended up with a. What was it yesterday? It might have been this morning. It was either this morning or mid afternoon yesterday. It had Joe Flacco and it had Shador Sanders on it. Playing both sides of it. Yeah, and Cup actually goes in the 100 range on underdog as well. It's kind of silly to me too. It's like he's not going to score any touchdowns. Nobody better even think about letting him score a touchdown. Who just got taken? Mims went. Why are you drafting Mims, homie? I don't give a hoot what you do say. We need a wide receiver. We'll take Quentin Johnson here. And I don't give a hoot what you say. Ooh. Oh, somebody took Pitts. Oh man, oh man. Where did Pitts go? Oh, he went right there. I'm glad I didn't take Pitts just for watch Penix goes off at that part of the board. Okay. Why didn't we grab Tua? We gotta grab Tua here. Focus, Felix. Put Tua in the queue. $19.69. Sorry, guys. I was looking at the moon. I can't tell you how easily distracted I can get in this life. I was like, said that phrase, and then I was like, my brain went to a whole tangent, and I started looking at moon landing pictures. So in the Millie tournaments, I have 0% Shador Sanders, 1% Russ Wilson, 2% Anthony Richardson, 2% Geno Smith, 5% Ward, and 9% Sam Darnold. So yeah, I'm just done with my quarterbacks past the 12th round. And he goes well past that. Though solid 8% for Jackson Dart, which is kind of silly. I just dozed off. All right, guys. I don't care what you do, say. We got Tua. Feel good about that. My ADD is kicking my ass today. So yeah, buying a new car potentially. What are we looking at? Nissan. I understand it's unavailable. Can I at least look at the pictures? Jesus. Just look at the pictures. Oh, 90,000 miles. Man, people are out here putting miles on their cars. So every time I draft Jameer Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, I get Adam Thielen. And he's at the top of my list, so why not? That's not a platinum. Nissan. Put it on the board. And I'll give a hoot what you do say, girl. No. What happened today? Let's see. You know what? That's what we need to look for. We haven't done the Sean Mitchell report. Biggest camp news. Bill starting court running back. James Cook and team have come to terms on a new contract, keeping Cook in for 4 more years. What? On a $48 million deal. $30 million guaranteed. A.J. Brown spotted at Eagles and Browns joint scrimmage, but not fully dressed, likely rehabbing nursing hamstring. Still think he should be going where I have him at 25, 26 area. Not at 19. Drumbeat for rookie Seattle. Wide receiver Torrey Horton continues loudly as he has solidified himself with the ones over the last week in practice as MVS taking reps with Drew Lock in the second unit. San Francisco beat Kittle had a tremendous camp. But none of that fucking matters because I'm on the clock. Yes, I'm on the clock. And down. So here we're going to take Rachaad White. Okay, so Mayfield, passing scenarios, they take out Bucky and take him off for a rest. They bring in Rachaad White. What was I doing? I was saying, oh yeah. That's the zero signs of drop off. Make sure you guys are seeing the board. Okay, Sean Mitchell. He looks like every bit of the guy who was the best all around tight end in 2024. Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill returned to practice today in a joint scrimmage with the Lions, but not seen in drill work versus the Lions. Luther Burden getting coaching praise for the amount of work he has put in on the offense, including major attention to details. Coaching staff says it's far better than he was taken in. He's far better than where he was taken in round 2. If he masters the details, his upside is huge. Running back Kareem Hunt dealing with a quad contusion was seen working on the side of the practice field with trainers. Severity deemed not major. I don't give a hoot what you do say, girl. Not major. Should be day-to-day, but one we're keeping an eye on. Joe Flacco once again running with the first team Browns joint scrimmage today with the Eagles. Looks to be inching further and further towards the starting quarterback job. Should you say, girl? No, let's see here. What are we going to take? Do we take Pat Bryant early, or we let it fly to the next round and take him there? Still be 7 picks early. If we don't take him there, we got to grab Bailey, which is fine. We can also have a full-on Indianapolis stack, just without that. 7 picks past ADP for Tyler Algier. Yes, sir. And distracted. Rookies, Jets wide receiver Arian Smith show a flash of big playability in Jets joint scrimmage with Giants, vying for a wide receiver 2 job in New York. Rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders suffers oblique injury throwing in joint scrimmage versus Jets, held out afterwards. What? Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown connection cooked Dolphins secondary in joint practice. Not really a surprise. Starting New England running back Ramondre Stevenson sustained an apparent undisclosed injury during the Patriots preseason game and will not practice in this week versus Minnesota. Giants, Geno Smith, and third-year Trey Tucker's connection has been growing over the last week. Made a huge 60-yard TD grab in camp today. Jefferson update hamstring progressing. Will reevaluate next week. Reports that veteran OBJ has been said to be receiving interest from multiple teams and is looking to prepare to play football in 2025. Yeah, good luck with that, home skillet. The end. Oh. Gotta have lots of hair to hide the hairline. I think the hairline's all right, but it ain't. Jose! Yo, my boy Jose. How many drafts have you completed? Completed. Give me a sec. 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 Pat Bryant, baby. Welcome to the squad. Wanted Alec Pierce, but ain't no way Pat Bryant's making it back to me, in my opinion. Okay, tell him I'm next. I did the math. I believe I have 50 drafts done over on Underdog and DraftKings. Upcoming, it tells you really easily. 9 slows right now and 383 completed drafts. And on the Milli Maker, I believe it's 120, 121. And then we're gonna max this out. We're gonna max all the $3 and all the $1 because the payout's kind of crazy for winning those. Especially if you want to take on the whole thing, that's kind of crazy too. And then we did all the single entries. And we have most of the $3 entries completed too, but not all of them. Look, now I'm talking on next. If we're able to get Hampton here, that would, or Campton. Okay, not, that'd be nice. Ooh, Chargers and Broncos had the same bye week. It's very interesting. Sorry, boys. So yeah, roughly 430, and we should hit 550, but we may get to 600. It's very possible. Rome Odunze looks to be the go-to target in the passing game, dude. If I'm right this year about Rome Odunze, Cooper Kupp, and Ricky Pearsall, Hampton, like if those players are right, boys, we are making some money. Money. Actually, let's look at my exposures. Like, what you do, girl? I only have 3% Slayton. Let's get him to 5. Let's get him to 5%. Jalen Royals would be good on this team at 19. He might be gone. Tesla would be good. And I forgot we had did we pair him up with anybody? No. So this is what we got to do here. I'll give a hoot what you do, say. So who is beating me this year? 122 teams so far entered. This is my 123rd. I do believe 53% Cup. Still 48% Najee. That is going down by the day. Pat Bryant. Luther Burden. So also I went through all of my teams, I went and typed in Najee and I looked at all of my Najee Harris teams. There was a little over a handful of teams where he was RB. No, it was less than a handful. It was like 3 teams where he was RB1. And then there was a handful of teams, a little over a handful of teams where he was RB2. AKA those put those together. So like 8 to 10 teams. And the other 60-ish teams, he is like RB3 plus. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, 10 drafts are probably down the drain. But if in reality, like if he comes back late season, he's kind of viable. Oh, Jalen Royals goes. I don't think that mattered. I think I need these guys. Sean Tucker is a good pick. Sean Tucker is rising in my mental boards. Nikkei, Doherty Harden, 207. Yeah, for him rising, 207 seems like a viable position for him to be at. All right, boys, we're going to go ahead and read off this team and start the next draft. So we had Jahmyr Gibbs, JT, Hampton, DJ Moore, Jalen Waddle, Emeka Ibuka, Baker Mayfield, Tyler Warren, Bo Nix, Jaden Higgins, Quentin Johnston, Tua Tagovailoa, Adam Thielen, Rashad White, Tyler Alshier, Pat Bryant, Kate Otten, Darius Slayton, and Nikkei Westbrook-Ikine, and don't know what to say. And then we're going to grab Home Skillet Malik Washington. There. So go ahead. Check for promo. Look, completed. Draft now, completed. But now, so we're not doing that. Best ball. Remember to do the third draft. All you need to do is sign up for the Patreon, patreon.com/bestballnation. Are you still on the Najee train, or do you have a new player this year? I was on the Najee train, especially since he went to my Chargers. Jumped off that train. What up, who? What up, man? So I'll talk to you in a second, who. Because I wanted to say I wanted to watch your video first thing this morning, but I had a whole conundrum at the house. Do you not use crowns for milli drafts? I mean, trying to build it up. I want, because I'm going to get 27,000 right as soon as the season starts. I'm going to hit that next tier, and I'm going to get 27,000. So I was like, well, maybe I could buy something. And then I was like, I can use them for. I was going to use it for something specific. You got me all sorts of distracted. The new player this year / old player is Cup. We're switching to Cup. And then crowns. I had an idea for crowns that I was going to use. I was using crowns for something. No, I'm using them for DFS. I was just saving them for the Millie Maker so I could only have to. So, because when the drafts go through, I'm going to get all of my crowns for doing that. So it'll be like 5,000 crowns that I'm going to get for my drafts because I have about $1,500 worth of best ball tournaments to do. So when that tournament hits, the 5,000 crowns go to my thing. Plus, I'm going to get the 27,000 for hitting that next tier. Plus, I have whatever. I'm doing all the daily missions and stuff. So I'm going to have all those. And then so pretty much I'm using all of my crowns for week 1 DFS. And then obviously I'll probably play somewhere in the $500 range. I'm not, I think I'm going hard at week 1. I know in the DFS world, if you're not playing $3,000 to $15,000, you're a low fish. I'm a low fish. I don't know. I'm gonna max out the $5 DK Milli, the $3. I think it's not even what it normally is. The $3, the $1. I'll probably max out the 50 cent. And yo, Louise. Thank you. I'll take the luck. Oh yeah, who games? My car died today. Well, not my car. My wife's car died. She was stranded on the side of the road, so I had to leave work right off the rip. Like as soon as I got there, I did 10 things and then I left. So I didn't get to listen to the thing. The goal is tonight I'm going to listen to your guys' stream after this draft, essentially, unless we get a new Patreon member where if you do sign up for the Patreon, you will get to choose if we do the draft tonight or tomorrow. It depends on how you want to do it. And we will do whatever draft as long as it is not the 555. It's $100 or less, we will do it. Because we are potentially buying a new car. So, also, if you want to support me and help me buy a new car, please feel free to sign up. Because I don't know what happened. I mean, I guess cars are just cheaper than minivans and SUVs. But I was like, man, we bought the car. It was like $25,000. And then the same type of car with a little bit more mileage, which is like, okay, so we're paying for a car that has more miles, and we're paying like $8,000 to $10,000 more. I'm like, and it has more. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. And then I was like, I think my car was only like $16,000 when I bought it. But then I was like, that was 10 years ago. I don't want to be all these old dudes. Oh, it's so expensive. But shit, it is. In all reality, I should have been saving up for a new car. I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy a Tesla when it comes for my car. And then we'll buy a. I don't know. I'm going back between the Honda Odyssey because we've heard nothing but good things. I think the Toyota Sienna, I think it's called. I heard that one's really good. Regardless, who hangs, I didn't get to listen to it. I know you did another draft with, not with. I saw that you had I saw your thumbnail. I didn't see if you were with anybody. Maybe you're doing. I don't know. I see things, and I see so many things I don't remember things. The SBS guy, because okay, so yes, you actually triggered my brains. I'm like, oh shit, they sent me a link to do one. They sent me a link to do one. So on Friday we are doing the banana split, the banana best ball draft. We're doing that on Friday. I don't give a hoot what you do, say, girl. Tell mom next. So the fucking draft change. We got to get these two boys higher ADP, higher exposures. I don't really mind. I know I'm not going to get any running backs that I want. I thought about taking Chase Brown there, flipping the board a little bit, but honestly, I feel like with how fast his ADP is rising, I have a feeling that he's getting taken in that general area, so I'm not really going to flip the board that much. Sounds like whatever. I wanted to grab Achane there. We'll take St. Brown Thomas. Like that's solid. High ceiling, high floor. Like high floor with high ceiling. That seems like a winning combo. Now I just got to watch out for bye week 8s, and we'll be good. Anything happened? Chase Lamb went at 2. Pushed everybody down. Devin Achane went at 7. Jefferson at 8. King of the Desert, $3 King of the Desert. If you become a new member of Patreon, you can sign up. We'll happily do one. It's only $5 whole dollars. I know that's the big ask. I thought when I first did this, when I first signed up, or not signed up, when I first started doing content, I was like, oh shit, all these people that are gambling hundreds and thousands of dollars, oh, they'll sign up for my content and whatnot. I was like, we'll put it as low as it gets. Getting people to sign up for a $5, once they do it, they don't mind doing it. You know what I mean? But breaking the seal, I get it. I don't sign up for other people's stuff either. And it's like, you're not gonna sign up for everybody. So what brings yours? So my sales pitch is that you get my rankings, a person that has taken down one of these tournaments, my rankings for lower than any other Milli winners, rankings. And you get interviews that I've had with other Milli winners and other people around the industry. You also get Predict the Season is behind the paywall. You also get into an ESPN league. There's still 2 more spots available where you sign up, you click the link, you're signed into your ESPN, you log in, you join the league, you have a shot at $200. So Dennis is a moderator in this chat. He has won it. The first year it was $100 the first year, bumped it to $200 last year. Nathan won it last year. Nathan Deans. He won it. He won $200 last year. Now I can't remember. I think I paid him on January 1st or somewhere around there. I said I just waited to my next payday, paid him at $200. You know, it might take me a day or the next Thursday, Friday, whatever. But you guys get your paychecks. You get your pays. Yeah, that's my boy. That's it. Just saying, you have a 1 in chance to win what is it, $200 if you get that. I thought so. I'm starting to remember, starting to roll back into form. Yeah, we only have 15, 17 days till that draft. It's the first. It's that Sunday, I think. So it could be September 1st. I'm not sure. Whenever that Sunday is the one the draft is. I think I have it on there. It's a good draft. CMC, Bucky, Irving, Hampton. Oof. I ain't gonna beat that. Leave. Shucks. I don't care what you do, say. Joe Burrow. Josh Allen. What is going on? Oh, T-Mac. Come on, baby. Put it on the board. We can get some kind of crazy combo. They all have fucking bye week 8. If I get Marvin Harrison to me, he's bye week 8. Guys. Come on, don't do it. Give me Garrett Wilson. give me Garrett Wilson. Come on. Give me Garrett. Give me Garrett. Give me death. Give me Garrett. Give me death. I don't give a hoot what you do. We're going to grab Garrett and T-Mac if applicable. Not applicable. It's okay. So we're going to grab T-Mac and my first share of Jorge Kittle. I don't care what you do, say girl. Nah, tell him I'm next. $831. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you. So I'm probably going to close it up a week before. So if we don't get anybody else signed up for that, it's just going to be a 1 in 7 chance for, if I hover over that disappears. That's weird. Okay, it didn't disappear for you guys. Okay. I hovered over a tab and the background of the draft board just disappeared. I was so confused, but then I went and checked on the channel. I do have myself live on a different page. Which Nathan Dean has taken the crown. I don't know how this top fans things works. Nathan Dean has 100 XP. Senor Strong has 75 XP. Jose has 75 XP. Who has 25 XP? I don't understand what does this mean? Question mark. Top fans and XP. What's the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges in live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. How do you get on the leaderboard? You need to collect experience points or XP. Here's how you get them. Send live chat messages or super chats and super stickers. Got it. Well, you guys can't send super chats or super stickers because I don't get paid. I don't have the thing that gives you paid. So you guys cannot send me the money, which is kind of silly. Yep, looks like there's still 2 spots to field. Yeah, happy to take more people in. DraftKings, no, what about the Patreon? So I'm up to date. If anybody signs up, we will do another draft, whatever the draft the new signee signs up for. And again, I accidentally looked because I clicked on it. She's fully dressed. What am I talking about? I'll look at it again. I accidentally clicked on a vampire lady. She's fully covered, but she definitely I think she's offering things that I'm not interested. I accidentally clicked it, so now all my things are recommended her. All that type of people. Whatever, get your money, but I ain't into that. Get your bread up. I'm happy for those ladies that have, that get their money however they need to get their money. Please go to the drafter uploader to log in. What happened? Did it log me out? Travion Henderson. I guess that's where he should be going now. I didn't even look to see if anybody was in here. I don't see anybody in here. So we're going to get Waddle. Topanga. Chidiwa. And I guess we need to grab Pearsall off. Or do we? Too late now. Grab Pearsall. We're going to draft 7 wide receivers. Two tight ends. 7 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. That leaves us at 11. We draft 2 quarterbacks. We draft 9 running backs. Now, people should fix their websites, man. I'm not saying I'm the best creator of websites, but this is childish. 2025, 50,000. What about 2023? These are all 2025s. Did I say 2025? How about we just go? Do we not have used inventory? So we're going to take a look at this car tomorrow. So what you guys think? I think it's this one. Yeah. It's a lot of leg space, boys. What are we thinking? We think that's a good deal? Man, the seats look nice. I don't know what that means. Pick it up. Let's see now. I mean, it's the same car we drive, but it's like looks like a little bit bigger. You know what I'm saying? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Do we think that looks good? What are we thinking? For 36, couple years old. Calculate payments. So let's see here. I had my finance. I just want to calculate the payment. I don't want to look at all this. I just want a basic. Continue. I just want to go to payment. You're not helping me. Yeah, I want to exit. You're useless. You're useless. Highlighted features: navigation system, lane departure, leather upholstery, automatic temperature control, emergency communication sensor, power moonroof, wireless phone connectivity, parking sensors, exterior parking front camera, camera to the left, camera to the right, camera to the rear. Packages included bench seat, carpeted floor mats, black splash guards, cargo package, first aid kit. I don't know anything about that jazz. Oh, at 2022 though, I like that color. I'm on the board. Why didn't you guys say nothing? Jeez. I'm going to draft one more wide receiver. We're done at tight end. Yeah, a little bit of week 17 correlation. I might grab Chris Godwin for that other bring back for the Miami bring back. And we'll draft our two quarterbacks and then just a bunch of running backs. Da da dee 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 dee. I'm leaking out my left nostril. Al Smizzle, man. He went from, which, again, whatever side you're on in the world of politics, I could give a rat's ass. But he is full on, like, liberal all the day, all the way, which is, I didn't think he would be. I guess I kind of should have figured it out, but I don't know. I didn't think he was like that far left, which is okay. Like, be far left. Do what you want. I don't care. But I guess I don't care for the back and forth with other people. I will unfollow. I don't care. I can care less. I ain't gonna argue with somebody. Like, you shouldn't argue with people. I mean, you can. That's whatever. Do your thing. But like, I ain't gonna go back and forth. That's a waste of time. You ain't gonna change anybody's mind. Oh, that conversation I had on the internet. really changed my perspective. That's why I don't try to get too many arguments on the X, because it's like you ain't changing anybody's mind. Like when I said Calvin Ridley is a pretty popular pick, and then he came back at me, no, he's not, blah blah blah. I'm like, well, I'm not going to try to change your mind. I can tell you everybody that does it, that is on Calvin Ridley, and he'd be, count up their followers. That's a lot of people, kind of thing. But I don't know. I don't know how to tell people, like, yeah, how do you tell someone that, well, you're wrong, and not make them feel bad. I do not have that skill. That is not my. How much screenshot equity is this worth? Ashley Genty, Justin Jefferson. About nothing these days, because bold players are falling. Mike Wright, he says, my three guests, my three guys they're doing that on Friday. So if the UFC is getting $1.1 billion a year in its new deal, that means the fighters will get at least $500,000 a year, right? Why would he think that's how that works? Yeah, man, Andrew Yang, man, like that's not how that works. Yeah, they bring in the action, and maybe some are going to get a lot more money than the others, because John Jones was about to get a buttload of money, but that's not how that works. 50% of it does not go to fighters. It's going to go to production and all the people that take care of it, and all the feature analysts, and all the event centers and stuff like that. Like, obviously, dude, it does not just go to them. So we're going to take Brock Purdy for that. Do we have anything for Justin Fields? No. Herbert? No. McCarthy? Yes. Boom. Our two quarterbacks, 6 and 14, both paired up with with their tight ends, Brock Purdy with George Kittle, JJ McCarthy with TJ Hawkinson. So we got to draft one more wide receiver, and then we're going to draft a buttload of running back, boys. All sorts of kinds of running backs. Nothing, no standard. Well, this guy might get 7 touches a game. It's just going to be, maybe that guy gets 7 touches a game. This guy might get 1 touch a game and go for 100. That's how we're doing it. How do I find? Here we go. We need to change this algorithm for my Patreon. We'll sell it here. Go to video games. Let's take a look. Can we not? Not getting girls. Let's click on a dude. Let's change the vibe. Do not. Yeah, these are weird looking people. It's Peter Bosey. Pure development. Install video. All right. I've looked at you. Please change my algorithm. Oh, now there's gaming and Zen. Pop culture. Shane Dawson. That guy sounds familiar. Oh, wait. He was the guy that was crazy. My wife follows her. Joe Budden. Swiftology. 3-bean salad. What the hell does that mean? 3-bean salad. What are they about? Creating podcasts, 3-bean salad. Become a member. Podcast. What? There we go. About. Welcome to the 3-bean salad podcast Patreon. Do you love listening to the beans? Then why not throw some beans? Think of it like tipping a waiter, but using a monthly direct debit. So actually, it's more like somewhere between tipping a waiter and having a home provided with gas. Just like water or energy provider, we have costs we have to meet. Little notebooks, gas pipelines. Dude, this dude's weird. The good news is that in return for your beans, depending on your tier, you can get a free ad versions of episodes, bonus episodes. Man. That's interesting. That didn't explain anything what he's about. That's about how a Patreon works. Because I now still know nothing about 3-bean podcasts. Sports. How about that? Sports. Socially distant sports bar. What's there about section? Yeah. People are not very good at describing what their Patreon, like what they do at all. Like it's all about how Patreon works. I think everybody that goes to Patreon knows how Patreon works. You give the content creator money to get special things. You know what I'm saying? Does that need to be explained to people? I was hoping Coleman would fall back to me. I didn't think any of the other ones would, but that's okay. A bring back for week 17. One of my favorite highest owned players, Luther Burden. Little on Booth. I don't give a hoot what you do say. So we start looking at the running backs. And we'll take a Javante right off the rip. These probably won't get Ray Davis. But that's fine. But that's okay. That's all right. All right. 8 more running backs to go, boys. So that I'm about to shit down this draft on the far right. It's gonna be all green. Got some diarrhea going down the board. I don't give a hoot what you do say. Please go to the draft uploader and log in. I tried that. Refresh it. There we go. There we go. Now it's loading. I feel like I'm a versatile drafter. Sometimes you're going to get zero RB. Sometimes you're getting heavy RB. You don't know which one you're getting, but you do know that you're getting an extreme. Because in the first draft, I drafted 3 straight running backs. This one, I didn't even draft my first running back till round 12. Just saying, I've got range when I draft, and I have crazy range. Like who else does drafts like this? Probably other people, but probably not a lot of other people. Other people are like, need a running back. Have you done this draft strategy before? Yeah, I do this all the time. I also like to sometimes just fill out my starting roster and then go from there. And then just draft the best available. It doesn't matter what position. It doesn't like I'll just draft what I think is the best player on the board. And I might end up with a weird building with 4 quarterbacks. Or like I don't care. Like if I fill out the roster and that looks like a smash, what does it matter? For the rest of it, doesn't fit or whatever, it doesn't fit, but I got the best players. I feel like that's my favorite strategies, filling out the roster no matter what. Like no matter if we've got 3 wide receivers and the running backs really don't fit there, and that's only the position that's left. Like we felt the wide receiver, quarterback, and tight end. The only spot that's left is the running back, and it really doesn't fit there. Still pushing it and filling it, and then like after that, grabbing the best players available, it still feels pretty good. And now it is nice when you draft like 2 RBs, and then you have that flexibility of how you want to finish that, usually with 3 to 4 wide receivers, and then a tight end and a quarterback. It is nice. You throw that tight end somewhere in the middle. You get a Laporta, Hawkinson, a Tyler Warren, which I'm a big fan of Tyler Warren, as many do know. Now, AKA, I was influenced by. I am under the influence of preseason football. Dude's killing it in my head. Lots of ways to build. Yeah, dude, there's so many ways to build. The fact that there's a manifesto saying, well, this is the optimal strategy, blah, 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 blah. Like, go f yourself, man. You're not that important. Not that important. Your thing is not that important. Like, people live and die by that thing. And it's like, not the creator of it, but the people that claim it's the only way to draft. It's like, dude, that thing was made 3 years ago. With, it's just like similar to the Constitution. Those motherfuckers built that thing knowing that it needed amendments and needed to be changed throughout the years. Let it change. You know what I'm saying? Let it breathe. I mean, I'm just tempted to go to the next. Because I like these running backs. So like, why wouldn't I take what's next on my board? I want to grab Algier though. Let me grab Algier. I think we grab Eckler here for security and why not? Kind of deal. I think he plays Dallas too, which we have a running back for Dallas. Yeah, they play each other in week 15 or week 17. Maybe if we get we get what's his name, the DJ Giddens, we have a bring back for almost every game. I thought I got a buck. Oh, we didn't get Chris Godwin. If we get Blake Corum, we have that. Yeah, if we get a running, he was right here, Felix. Rashad White, he was right there. If I would have gotten that, we would have had just about every scenario of Week 17 built out here. We could have got Corey Krosky Merritt later. Oh well. Did we have any bye weeks issues? We had double eights. I don't think it got yes. It don't look. We had 3 8s out of 7, which means the other 4 had to pick it up on week 8. Something crazy. So 2 14s and 112. 112. What thing? I'll be honest with you. I don't even know what I said for what thing. I don't even know what you say, girl. Right now, I'll tell him who's next. What are we talking about? The tool I think you were talking about. What was I talking about? You guys may not be able to. Was I talking about the tool? I have the tool up on my other site. I don't think you guys can see that though. Hold on, let me go to StreamYard. I came in mid conversation. I was about created. The tool was created. Oh, sorry. I think we're talking about the manifesto. That was created 3 years ago or 4 years ago, or maybe it was last year. I don't know. It was a while back, and everybody praised God about that thing. It's like we cannot use it as a Bible. We got to use it, as a start. I think the best ball manifesto is good for beginners to read, to learn about the basic common law strategies and thought processes of best ball. That's it. But it should not be a mile marker on how good your drafts are doing and whatnot. I mean, for instance, 90% of people would look at hit him with the gritty and look down upon his teams. But the dude had a very high advance rate. And it was a unique strategy. And I think if you can find a way or tell a story, this is why I always go back to, if you could find a story on how this projectably works, don't come out with like unicorns are real. So obviously this is going to happen, right? Let's think about it logically. Like in a scenario of elite quarterbacks working and him always finishing his drafts early, he has the potential of getting these guys who he drafts a bunch of random. I can't remember his builds, but like these extraordinary variant builds, and he goes crazy with them. But like he had a thought process, and he nailed the certain type of guys that he wanted on his teams, and it worked out for him. I don't quite remember who he had, but like he had a lot of players that were good. So I think drafting good players is a good strategy, and he drafted a lot of good players. So we'll draft Will Shipley here. Do I need a draft? Do we have a Carolina? Do we have a Seattle? We'll draft that. Week 17, Carolina, Seattle. Do we have any Philly? We don't have any Philly. Who's Philly playing? They're playing the Buffalo. Usually hero wide receiver, double E quarterback, then 6, 7 RBs. Yeah, like that's what it was. Hero wide receiver with elite quarterbacks. Like I can guarantee you that's not in the manifesto on how to do things optimally, right? But he found a strat that works for him. It literally works for him. He had a buttload of who was the wide receiver for the Bills that got cut last year? Chase Claypool. A buttload of Chase Claypool. Literally, dude gets put out for the whole season, and he still has a high advance rate. Now, I think he struggled because he didn't plan for weeks 15 and 16. And those are not great. You got to kind of have those planned out a little bit because if you don't plan on builds for 15 and 16, I do think you can struggle in advancing to the finals. I did that 2 years ago. I studied 15 and 16. I got a lot to the semis. I just got eked out barely in the semis to get to the finals. Or no, I got to the finals 3 years ago. That's what it was. And then last year or 2 years ago, I did the regular season strats, and I got a lot more into a lot of high. The teams that I got were good in the playoffs, and were the ones that were good were also good in the regular season. But I didn't get a lot in that year. The ones that were good were really good. Obviously, Najee sucking has always hindered a lot of these teams, but because if you make a mistake, also with big stands. So I am also all strats work if you hit 80% in your late round picks. Yes, that's what I was trying to. That's what I was about to say. If your late round picks hit, awesome. If your early round picks suck, you're in for a hurting, a big old hurting. So is it 2 years ago that I was drafting 4th round Najee and a bunch of 5th round Mike Williams? That was when he was on the Chargers that year and he tore his ACL. That year I died. That year I took a lot to the ribs, man. That one was tough. But you know what? I heard Todd from PA taking shots. I mean, it felt like a shot at me. If you guys know Todd from PA, he's a best ball guy. He's been around, and it sounded like he was taking a shot at me for saying, he said these content creators that have high stands, and now they're saying they don't take high stands, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I never said I'm backing down off my high stance. I will never back off of taking high stance. I think that's part of the fun, is just to call your shot. Babe Ruth it, man. Who didn't want to be Babe Ruth when we were growing up? I mean, I always wanted to be Babe Ruth, call my shot. You know what I'm saying? Take it to the fence, baby. And I think that's part of the fun. I think that is part of the fun. So, like, I'm still trying to have fun while gambling, but gambling in a way where if I'm right, I'm going down as having one of the greatest seasons to ever played this tournament. Like Liam, yeah, he won and he's obnoxious, so he'll probably be popular for being obnoxious. But like, if we go back and look at the teams that year, I had the better season in general. 50 plus advance rate plus like a crazy sweat to win it all. Yeah, Blake Corum, get DJ Giddens. And then we're going to finish it up with Brashard Smith, Damian Pierce. Yeah, all strats work if you hit 80% of your late round picks. Yeah. Yeah, if you hit your late round picks and you don't get – that's why I personally like to do elite quarterbacks in the preseason best ball because it just has to happen this way until somebody gets in tune with the player. Hence why I have 40% 30, I think it's 40% in preseason best ball on underdog and like 22% DraftKings Pat Bryant. I was in tune with these guys early. So I know that he's kind of going back down, Pat Bryant, but that's not the point. The point is that you take shots. You don't take shots. So you build with strong quarterbacks and your onesie positions are stronger early in the thing because you know that that's probably not changing too much. And then you just smash rookies and some veterans. Obviously, you want to get the good players as well. But you get those as the draft goes on because then you can get those good smashes. Pat Bryant is going to be the guy who does nothing that you need week 17. Pat Bryant going to be the guy who does nothing that you need week 17. No. He's going to be the guy we need in week 17. He's going to be who we are going to smash week 17 because of Pat Bryant. Smack. Who's the cornerbacks for KC? KC defensive backs. Defensive backs. So I don't know any of them. Let's see here. Maybe I probably do. I don't know. Trent McDuffie. All right, solid, right? But I couldn't name you 4 plays that any of these other dudes have done. I don't remember a single play Watson made. Brian Cook sounds familiar, but Charmeleon Connor. You know, Pat Bryant can rock those fools because Drew Tranquil is a great run defender. Nick Bolton's a good run defender and semi-good pass receiver, or pass defender. I can see him playing the tight end well. Evan Ingram shutting him down. Yeah. The way to beat them is going to be down the field. So Marvin Mims, Pat Bryant, week 17. That might be the way to beat the Chiefs that year or this year is down the field. I don't want to do that. I don't give a hoot what you do say, girl. Like, nah, tell them I'm next. No running backs are going off board. People are like, heck no, man. Should have gotten Keaton Mitchell instead of Rico Dowdle. But Watson is really good. I believe you. So we'll put Mims on Watson, and we'll just say Pat Bryant is on the other dude that I've never heard of. Oh, Trent McDuffie. I think Trent McDuffie's he's supposed to be good, pretty good. Trent. Pay. Sorry. Oh no, he don't make shit. 4-year, $13 million contract. See, what year is this so far? Who's the 50? So he's still on his rookie deal. No, I have no idea. Contract extension. Oh, so he's good. Shows you how much ball I know. I want to go back and rewatch all the games and see where he's at. So let's go ahead and read off the team. I feel like it's a pretty good team, all things considered. We got Antonio. Geez. It's late, boys. It's late. We had a long day today. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brian Thomas Jr., T-Mac, George Kittle, Jalen Waddle, Ricky Pearsall, Cooper Kupp, TJ Hawkinson, Brock Purdy, JJ McCarthy, Luther Burden III, Javonte, Tyler Algier, Eckler, Will Shipley, Rico Dowdle, Blake Corum, DJ Giddens, Brashard Smith, and Damian Pierce. I don't know, boys. I feel like that could be a winner. That could be a winner if we get one of those to be a good breakout running back position at 28% Pat Bryant with about 50 drafts to go. That's what I'm talking about, Nathan. If you got my ranks in, you're probably going to get more of them. Casey was one of the worst in the league last year versus tight ends, but if Pat Bryant becomes the slant guy, he could cook. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. He could cook them. Yeah, I don't think they're going to run on the KC. I think the way to beat them is going to be through the air. But I also, man, their D line's so good. We need an injury to their D line. I know that as people in this space, I know it's like, oh, you can't celebrate injuries, and I won't probably celebrate injuries, but I can hope for injuries, right? Like that's okay. Like I'm not saying I'm praying for injuries, but in certain situations, I mean, for my money's sake, I kind of have to hope you get injured. Like some people get injured, like that, and I hope for them to make a full recovery and be dominant the next year. But for this year, like we're hoping for like an injury or two here and there. Casey lost a lot of interior depth. We might not be as good versus a run, and Jones has to get old sometime. Oh, but how old is he? I feel like he just came into prominence like 3 years ago. He's only 31. He's in his prime. As the old guys get like the big guys get old, they age with grace. The old guys do. No, I think he's still in his prime, man. George Karlaftis is. I like George Karlaftis. Is he still with them? Yeah, he's still with them. Apparently, George Karlaftis has a little brother. I have not a rebuild. I'm doing the. I still have it Purdue build going on my NCAA, and I have. There's a Karlaftis on the defensive end, so I assume a relative of some sort. All right, I gave you guys a little bit of chance to sign up for the Patreon. Was there any signer ups? No signs ups today. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I think so too, but when it happens fast. I agree. I agree with that. Things happen fast. Like Najee, 1,000-yard rusher for the last 4,000 years, and blows his eye out all of a sudden. No 1,000-yard receiver. You know? It does. It happens fast. So tomorrow we'll probably do another Milli Draft sesh, and then on Friday we will be doing the banana draft for them / for myself to figure out how it works. I think there's going to be there's football on tomorrow, right? Let's see here. NFL schedule. What's tomorrow? The 14th. What is going on here? Preseason week 2. So there's no games on tomorrow, which is weird. So there's 2 games on Friday. Tennessee versus Atlanta, Kansas City versus Seattle. Tickets as low as $12 to get into Atlanta, Georgia's stadium. Is that the lowest? $10 to go to a Raiders game. $10 to get to a Raiders game? Holy! How many drafts have you done this year, you beast? We're closing in on 500. You know, we only started in July. So mid-July. Early July. A little bit late June by myself. Yeah, so $10 to get into $10 to get into a Rams game. Rams Chargers game. Man, that is the one thing I don't like living in North Carolina. Yeah, it has been a grind. It's been a fun grind though. Fun. I miss draft. I wish I could draft all day every day. Oh wait, I do draft all day every day. No, I'm excited for the year to start though. I'm gonna keep grinding these drafts. It's fun, but I am excited for the season to get going. I don't know about you, Pat. I'm sure you're on the not on the prowl, but the I'm sure you're. How many drafts you gotten down, Pat? Because I feel like you've got a lot in too. I know you just had one not that long ago as well. Not too recent. I think you said you had one last year or this past year. I'm sure babies keep us busy. Tell them I'm next. So this is before the drafts tonight. We'll pull ahead since chit chatting a little bit. We'll pull up the old Spike Week tool. So as of right now, these are just showing the Millie Makers, 122 teams. We have, what was that? It's 20 divided by that. That's what, 65 teams? 65 of the 122. 48. And I went through all my Najee teams today, and it none only like 4 or 5 teams had Najee as RB1. I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? And only another 4 or 5 had him as RB2. Most of the time, he was my RB3 or later, which I know it sounds like I'm coping because I am. I am coping, but in all reality, it could have been a lot worse. I could have been like made him a staple of him being my RB1 and just drafting a bunch of 0 RB teams. Thankfully, I didn't do that, and as you can see here, like it wasn't a part. He wasn't a part of a lot of 0 RB teams. He was a part of some hero RB teams, dual RB, and a bunch of robust and mainly dual RB. And if he does come back, then awesome. And if he comes back late in the season and I get a low advanced rate Najee, perfect. Perfect. All right. Guessing that was that conversation. So take a quick peek see at the ownership. Pat Bryant is going to be one of the guys this year. Luther Burden, T-Mac. So we are making a big bet on these 4 rookies: Pat Bryant, Luther Burden, Tet, and Omarion Hampton. And then a big, bet on these second-year wide receivers of Ricky Pearsall and Rome Odunze. Hampton and T-Mac are my favorite bets this year that I think we got a heck of a deal on. They're starting to go where I think they should go, but we got a heck of a deal on them early. Still have 22% Jefferson. I still feel pretty good about that. The Q tag really helped with that. And he has a juicy playoff schedule. Dallas, Giants, Lions. All in no, at the Giants. So 2 indoors and one cold potentially game. I didn't realize I had 17% dubs. Thank you. 17% Trey McBride. Where's Jamar Chase? At? He's like 12%, I think, now. Yeah, 12%. Not ideal, but I wish I could get more. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will be back tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. Later.